What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Nicole. I'm a local real estate agent here in Rhode Island and in Massachusetts. And I just bring you all things real estate, tips, tricks, just all of it, my own experiences, and things I just think you as a new real estate agent should know. So today I'm gonna be going over one of my most asked questions, and that is, how did I increase my production from my first year to my second year? Now, I know I went over a video on the difference between my first and my second year, and a lot of you wanted me to go more into detail on what it took and what I did to actually increase my production count. So if this is something that you may be interested in, then definitely just keep on watching. So step one, and I know I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again, I joined a team. And I honestly do think and know that a team has helped me actually push myself and become more productive in real estate. So I joined a team who had many reviews. They have social proof with a team leader who helps with accountability, helps with coaching, just overall helping me in my transactions and in my marketing. And I have a coach who helps me and sets me up for success, which I think is super beneficial, especially being a new real estate agent, because you're just kind of getting thrown out there and you're not really sure on how to make it, I guess. I didn't anyways my first year as a real estate agent. When I was working as a solo agent, I didn't really know the steps that were needed in order to get my name out there, to brand myself, to get the clientele that I wanted to get transactions, to how to do actual transactions. So joining a team has been super beneficial for me to help me and guide me through the path of success of being a real estate agent. And I'm also surrounded by many awesome real estate agents, successful real estate agents who have been doing this for many years, and just overall great people who have the same mindset as me, who just love to succeed and grow and just want to make it in the real estate field. It's always good to surround yourself with like-minded people, because that's the only way that you're going to grow, regardless of what it's in. If it's real estate or any other type of job, you need to surround yourself with positive and like-minded people. Otherwise, it's just going to bring you down in the long run. When you're around people who are just goal-driven and they just want to succeed in life, you're going to end up following suit in those people, and it's actually going to help you and motivate you to become more successful and to grow with them. So highly recommend working with a team, working with a group of agents to help succeed your real estate career. And step number two is I made a business plan. I made a business plan for my goals on what I wanted to achieve this year or last year. I do it every year now. It's just something that I need to do in order to keep myself accountable, to know what I need to do in order to hit my goal, because a goal without a plan is just a dream. You have no way of executing what you need to do in order to hit that goal. So I highly recommend having a business plan. And what I mean by a business plan is setting down your goals, knowing how many calls you need to make per day, how many appointments you need to go on to convert clients. I knew what I wanted to gross at the end of the year. So instead of having an annual goal, I broke that down to a monthly goal, which also broke down to a weekly goal, which also broke down to a daily goal. So each day I knew what I needed to do in order to reach that annual goal, whether in order to convert what I'm doing over to actual business that's going to make me money in the long run. I knew what my monthly goal is as far as how much I needed under contract to reach my annual goal. And it's just much easier to go by a monthly goal rather than looking at a big number at the end of the year and be like, how am I going to achieve this? When you actually break it down into little increments, I should say, it looks a lot easier to attain those goals, which also I feel like is just a little bit more motivating than looking at something that may seem unrealistic at the time being. But when you start breaking that down to dollars, time, and things that you just need to do, it's definitely achievable. As long as you put the time and the effort in that is needed to execute that plan to reach that goal, you're going to become successful in this business and you're going to reach that goal by the end of the year. So I highly recommend just having your business plan set down, checking off each day, knowing what you do each and every day, because then you can look back and know if you need to adjust your goals, or if you think that you need to maybe make more phone calls, need to have more conversations, need to make more appointments. Because if you're not doing those things, you're clearly not making business. If you're not setting appointments, you're not making money. Analyze your days as far as what you're doing per day will definitely help you reach those monthly goals, which in the long run will help you meet that annual goal that you want. And step number three is knowing what lead sources you want to master in. Now, I know a lot of you are asking what lead sources and what lead generation and how I was getting this business. So the majority of what I focused on was my SOI, which is my sphere of influence, which are people who already know and trust you, like your friends, your family, past coworkers, just people that are already know and familiar with you. I focused a lot on letting them know that I was a real estate agent and being top of mind of them if they ever come across the time where they're buying or selling, that hopefully they'll think of me. And on top of SOI, I also focus a lot on my social media. I'm growing my social media platforms. I'm trying to grow my social media platforms. And I try to use lead capturing pages for my website and just really try to focus on getting good quality leads through my social media, whether that be Instagram, Facebook, YouTube now. I focus a lot and really just truly enjoy using and utilizing social media for my business. And then on top of that are also the internet leads that I get from my actual team, whether that be Google pay-per-click, it used to be Zillow, which we're no longer using, and Google ads, Facebook ads, and stuff like that. I haven't really ventured off to FSBOs or expireds or withdrawals or anything like that yet. I felt like I need to kind of get my scripts down a little bit more before I started diving into those lead funnels, but I will eventually start going into FSBOs and expireds and all of that once I know I'm more comfortable with the scripts. But basically, I just made sure that all of my friends and family knew that I was a real estate agent. I handed out a bunch of cards to my parents, to my sister, I gave them to my husband, I gave them to my friends, so they can, you know, keep passing it along. If someone is talking to them about selling or buying real estate, that they'll have a card readily available to hand over to that person, and then hope obviously that they'll give me a call. I also put them around in the gym. Another good tip and another good idea is that if you're going out to dinner, after you pay, you can always just throw a business card in there so that the waitress can take it along. You know, regardless of whether or not they're buying or selling, at least you tried, they have your business card. But I just try to make sure that my business cards are out there. Another thing that I did when I first started was I actually sent out postcards to all of my sphere of influence, just to let them know that I was a real estate agent, that I'm a new real estate agent, and that I would really appreciate their business. I sent this out to like my family friends, my parents' friends, my friends, really anyone who I could think of that I could possibly think of that would want to ever buy or sell real estate in the future, which is technically everybody. I just made sure to send out postcards to them. I also sent off DMs and messages to people that I know on Facebook and on Instagram, just to let them know, hey, if you have any questions about the real estate market, definitely utilize me as your tool. I'll definitely gladly give you any information that you are looking for as far as the real estate market. And if you ever need a home evaluation, I can definitely offer and provide you a free home evaluation so you can see what your home would be worth in today's market. Now, even if they're not looking to sell, or a lot of homeowners are just curious on what their home's gonna be worth, so then you kind of put that idea in their head, especially if you give them a price that they can't refuse. But I literally just pushed it out to everybody to make sure everybody knew that Nicole Connell is a Rhode Island and Massachusetts real estate agent. And I don't care how annoying I am on social media, I don't care how annoying I am with messaging and DMing people, at least I know that I'm putting the effort in to let them know that I'm a real estate agent, so that if they ever do down the line not use me, at least I know I tried. Step number 4 is I stayed consistent. I stayed consistent with my phone calls, staying consistent with my social media, and just staying overall consistent with what I am doing. Staying consistent with these videos is another thing that I'm really trying to do. I'm trying to post one every single week, even if I don't see a reward from business from it. I also just like having this community of realtors who are watching my videos and having that communication with them back and forth, because in the long run, this can also help with referral business. If I know of a realtor on here who's commenting on my videos and talking to me all the time, and I have a referral of a client who's moving out of Rhode Island into whatever state that they may work in, I'm going to refer them over to that client, to that real estate agent. And I would hope that it would be vice versa. If someone, is working with a client who wants to move over to Rhode Island or Massachusetts, hopefully that person will remember me and hopefully send them over to me. But I'm just staying very consistent with my videos, even if I'm not seeing the reward yet, and also staying very consistent with my social media posts. Again, regardless if I see a reward from it in the beginning, which I obviously now do see a reward from my social media posts, but in the beginning I didn't. I didn't see any reward from it whatsoever, and at first it can feel like I'm doing it for absolutely nothing. But once I got past a certain threshold, it just kind of kept going up from there. You can't fall back by just staying consistent and posting your videos. As annoying as it may seem, just keep on doing it. Who cares if it's annoying? At least you're putting the content out there for people to see. You're becoming a face of value, and you are bound to just get more business from it in the long run. And I'm trying to focus a lot of my social media posts, kind of like how I'm making my YouTube videos, of being very knowledgeable and becoming a face of value. Because it's one thing of asking for business all the time, but it's also another thing of being that educated and knowledgeable realtor that people are gonna wanna work with you because they know what you're doing. So instead of asking for business, which is another thing I'm gonna say you definitely should do, don't be afraid to ask for business, but you also wanna be a face of value to a consumer. You want the consumer to realize and know that you know what you're talking about. You're a real estate pro, you're a real estate rock star, and you're gonna help them out to your fullest potential of either helping them find that dream home or helping them sell that home at top dollar. And now we're gonna take you to step number 5, and that is know your scripts. Know your scripts, memorize your scripts, be confident in your scripts, read your scripts, know what you are talking about, know what you are saying, because when you pick up that phone and you talk to someone, you don't want to be stuttering over your words. You don't want to act like you're not confident or act like you don't know what you're talking about and kind of just like mumble things that may not make sense. So really understand and know your scripts, so even if you're hit with the biggest objection, you know what to say. Now, when I first started, I didn't even know what an objection handler was. I had no idea. I didn't think people were gonna be like, oh, I don't wanna sell my house until I find a house to buy, or, oh, the market's so hard right now, I think I'm just gonna wait it out. I didn't know what to say to those people. I would literally just be like, okay, I understand. I'll touch base with you in a few weeks. No, there are ways around what those people are saying. They reached out, they wanna buy, they wanna sell, and you just need to basically know how to handle that situation so they can change their mindset and they can trust you and what you are saying, so they will go forward with either buying when the market's still high or selling when they want to find a house to purchase before they list the house on the market. They just need you to tell them how it really is, because chances are they have 15 other people in their heads telling them different things that may be steering them in the wrong direction, because these people probably don't know a thing about real estate. They're friends of a friend or they're family members who haven't bought a house in like 15 years, and obviously the market is totally different 15 years ago compared to today. So they need somebody who is up to date in the market, who knows the market, to come at a strong and assertive position so that they can trust you and you can hopefully work for them. Your tonality and your confidence of speaking to these people, especially if they have every reason in the book not to sell and buy right now, is going to be huge and make a huge difference when you're actually speaking to these people. If you come off as very shy and just very soft, they're not gonna take you as a confident authority of the real estate market. And they're just gonna be hesitant to trust you. You just need to come off with the sign of authority, like you know what you're doing, confident in what you're doing, and then they will most likely change that mindset and trust what you're saying and be business for you. So my friends, those are my 5 tips that I wanted to give to you on how I increased my production from my first year to my second year. These 5 tips really have helped me become a better real estate agent my second year in. So I highly recommend taking these tools and taking these steps that I've gone over today into high consideration, and promise you, and I hope that it will increase your business in 2021. As always, if you have any questions about anything, just drop them below in the comment section. I do answer to every single person. I also love when you guys find me on Instagram and tell me that you saw me from YouTube. It honestly just really makes my heart so whole that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out there, because it obviously does take me time to do it. So to know that I am helping a select few of you really does make my days. So again, don't forget to subscribe and like this video, because that helps me out tremendously. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos that I post. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next one.